All right, everybody, this is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa. We have a great video for you today. We would love for you to like and subscribe. We have Phillip Scott and Ashley in Africa. Check it out.
Forget everything you've ever heard. After you go to Africa, you got to go to Ghana first. Then you need to go to Botswana because you need to see Botswana is the second richest diamond producer nation in the world. Them black people over there got something. And then you got to go to Johannesburg. That's what you got. You got to do that jump right there. Once you see that, you'll understand who we are. Them Africans ain't stole nothing from us. They talk about Burna Boy stole this. No, we stole from Burna Boy. Them Africans is us, man. They the beat, they the rhythm, they the soul, they the hard work. We get our courage from them. When you see them people, they look just like your family. I was walking down Johannesburg, I thought I was in Detroit.
What up,
They walk like us, they look like us, they got moves like us. It's just, you gotta see it. And my goal is to help bridge this gap because we got to touch base with them. Because they love y'all, man. You don't even know. They think y'all to catch me out. They think y'all to lick. You know why? Because they know what you went through. They know where them slave ship picked you up at. They know they brought you to a land. They know what they did to you. And y'all still over here shining. If we take this shine back over there and give them the love and teach them that dust, we'd have a powerful union, man. That has to happen.
Yes, Steve Harvey is an amazing individual who actually came here to South Africa. I know he went to other parts of Africa, but he came here and he got exactly what he's supposed to get. And that's why we want people to take the easiest step possible. Come as a tourist, see South Africa for yourself, get involved as a tourist, and then you will find out that there's a lot more to see. And then, of course, you can come back. Obviously, with the Real South Africa, we set up things properly for you so you can have a good time while you're here and see the things like Steve Harvey did. So when you walk down the street in Johannesburg, you would be like, hey, that looks like my neighbor. All right, everybody, this is Mark Edward Blanton from the Real South Africa. And as you see, I got some special guests hanging out with me today. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves versus myself because I'm sure they'll do a robust introduction. So way over there, who do we have?
Hi everyone, I'm Ashley. I have a channel here on YouTube called Ashley in Africa. I share my experience of living, moving, and doing business here on the continent.
Great, she's so formal. She's very formal, y'all. But yeah, go to her channel. Yeah, go to her channel. Make sure you subscribe there. And then this brother sitting here beside me is
Phillip Scott. Pretty sure some of you know who I am. If you don't, I have a platform called African Diaspora News Channel. These one of my main platforms. We cover news in between America and throughout the world that affects black people. We are black-centered, black-focused on our platform. We don't care about nothing else but that. And we happen to be here in South Africa once again.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Yeah, and like I said, we are very happy that we're able to bring us together, and we're African Americans in Africa talking about Africa.
Yes.
And that's a good thing. Now, I think a few times you've been on national TV here in South Africa.
Correct. It was Newsroom Africa. I think maybe, is it twice so far?
I think 2 or 3 times.
I think twice so far.
Yeah,
it's been definitely an enjoyable experience. I always say that I get more love on a continent than I get anywhere else. I don't really focus on being on American TV at all. I don't care to be on American TV. So, shout out to Kenyan TV gave me love, and also South African TV has given me love as well. So, I just always enjoy my interviews every single time. I'll go on. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Okay. And then, I like the fact that you guys travel. You guys have traveled with us before. I think your first experience here in South Africa was with us.
Absolutely. My very first experience was with the Real South Africa. Yeah. And I talk about that a bit in my communication, but I never got to do an interview. I was no.
Oh, man, God.
I didn't. Not because I wasn't asked to, but you talk a lot about, people that have these experiences, and sometimes it can be really overwhelming. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have a lot of people in your world that may not really be excited about that journey that you're making. And so I was keeping it close to my heart, but I'm excited to be able to share now. It's a full circle moment.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and I like the fact that some of the topics that you bring to that you hear, you see things, and you feel that there are those on that side that need to get that information, and you put a lot of that information out on your channel. I know when you spoke about bricks, I had zero clue what bricks was until I saw your content.
Yeah.
And then I actually looked it up, and I said, "This is serious."
It is serious. So check out that video.
Yeah.
I'm sure Mark will link it below.
Yeah. I may.
Familiarize yourself for sure with the BRICS Economic Alliance, and it's definitely something that we should all be paying attention to. Nothing to be afraid of, but something to be aware of.
Absolutely. And then this is your second time in South Africa.
Number 2.
Yep, because I think the first time you came, you brought a group.
Correct.
Nice group. They all came. They had a good time. Phil came, but you was working a little bit then.
I was working. I'm always working.
Yeah.
I don't take days off.
Okay.
I'm always working.
Okay, I
I'm working
appreciate
today.
it. Yes, he is, because he's actually working with us, and we got an opportunity. But he also had a chance to bring his family, so I think they're experiencing it for the first time.
They had a good time.
Okay.
They're my kids. They did first time here. Great time.
Okay.
Like I said, I enjoyed it the first time I came.
Okay.
That's why I told you, y'all, I'm gonna bring my family back.
And you did.
Back, and I did. Like I was telling, Dr. Latasha, I'll tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's how it works.
Okay, and I've seen them myself, y'all. They look like they're having a good time. They're enjoying the food. We got an opportunity to show them some homes today, just because I think you didn't get a chance last time.
No, I ain't get it. But I'm gonna tell y'all the homes. Wow, them homes is like off the chain. The American housing market is trash. It's trash. The interest rates is trash. You get so much more house for so much less here versus there. It's ridiculous, especially some of y'all staying in California. Why? The price of housing. Listen, those same California houses that y'all like in Calabasas and all Beverly Hills, I literally seen that same kind of house right here for a fraction of that cost. I'm like, so it's like a no-brainer to come get a home out here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful homes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. He said it.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Yeah. So, and it was amazing because I watched your family going through some of the homes, and they were claiming it. This is Africa, so obviously they feel comfortable with being here. They like what they've seen so far. Obviously, the weather is pretty nice. It's as I say, it's sunny South Africa and whatnot. So now that your family's here, what are they saying about your time here or their time here in South Africa? What are they saying?
Well, the nice part I would say is my daughters is trying to figure out ways to get a place here. Now, prior to that, they would never had that kind of conversation, whatsoever. I didn't make them say it. Whatever. I used to tell people, if you get here, that I don't have to say nothing more than that. I tell people my mission is to get you here. After that, the land will touch you enough where I don't need to say nothing to you.
Okay.
So just just give it a chance.
Yeah.
Like I said before on my platform, it don't make no sense to stay in your neighborhood your whole life and die. Like, what kind of life is that? You never seen nothing outside your neighborhood, nothing outside the state, the same people, the same grocery store, the same everything.
Yep.
What kind of life is that? Yeah. You need to come at least to the African continent. I tell people at least once.
Yeah.
You don't go back no more, at least once.
Yeah.
But you'll definitely come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's at least once.
Yeah, I've been back a few times.
Yeah.
I noticed.
So is this your daughter with your grandson?
Both of them said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were just talking about just the safety element of what it means to have your children and raising them on the continent,
Yeah.
It's
Let's
a conversation.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. Have you noticed, pretty sure you noticed, when you tell them, I'm going to wherever, out the African country, be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. Like, do y'all realize where we live?
Yes.
Like seriously. No. Like I don't feel like something gonna happen to me right here. I just really don't feel that. I haven't felt that.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, you got crime everywhere in every country, right?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you come from the hood. You can kind of see when something about to go down if you're watching good enough, right?
Yeah.
But outside of that, like, you literally think that we are safer underneath the American Babylonian system than over here? Like, I just don't get it. They say the gun violence is through the roof.
Yeah.
How many black men getting let out of jail after spending 30 years in jail for crimes they didn't commit? I don't think that's happening out here. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, we
Okay.
don't. No, we don't. We don't really have those issues. Are the issues, of course. I mean, you can't talk about any. Let's just say European nation, because a lot of us will say, "I go on vacation. I'm going to go to Europe," and they never question
wanna go
anything.
there.
But they do. They do.
Oh, yeah, they do.
never question what the environment is or anything. But if they're coming to Africa, even though all the Europeans are leaving their places and coming down to
Absolutely.
South
Lord.
Africa,
Oh.
they're all coming here.
They're all
Way
over here.
too many of them.
Are they
too.
coming?
They're coming. They're here. They've been here. So
Yeah.
it's not even they're coming in droves as well. And so to your point, the safety conversation, it is a conversation, and I think Americans, we have this distorted idea of safety because we think when we leave America that it's worse, and it's actually not. And I think some of the statistics that have come out, I haven't been in America in over a year, but the statistics around the trajectory of homicides and just all of the foolishness, it's not the same. And yes, there is crime and there are things happening. No place is perfect. There is no such thing as a utopia, but there is something to be said about being in the majority in an African country where you see African people doing well and thriving, and not speaking about, the concept of racism being the reason why they can't. There are things that are happening in this country. There are things that are evolving in this country, and it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see, a black African man on the money, in power, in seats of power, professionally, politically. And yes, there are things that are happening in this country that are challenging, the traditional norms, but that is what happens. Those are the moments for breakthroughs, and that's what I see. And so I feel like it is a perfect time to be experiencing South Africa as a family, as an individual, as a professional. You should come.
Yeah.
Come.
I will say the time is now. I had a t-shirt on that says Africa's time is now.
Yeah.
And it's simply because, kind of like what Phil said, all you got to do is just see it. Just come here. And so, like I said, our thing is through tourism, because it's kind of hard to plan your entire trajectory sitting in Cleveland, Ohio, to say one day I'm going to live in Johannesburg, and you never even felt it.
Yep.
You never seen it. You don't know anything about it, or you entered at a point to where you say, well, I don't want to do that no more, because you said, okay, I can get a room for $29 a night. That will put you in a place where you won't see a place to where you would say, I want to leave my humble beginnings and come to South Africa. And so, like in our situation, like where you guys are, we put you at a point to where we don't put you at a point you deserve to be at a point. You are at a point in your life on that side. We just translating it and putting you here, and now you can easily see yourself, being here. For example, the house that you went to, beautiful, beautiful home. The house was, I think, retailing U.S. dollars $550,000 U.S. dollars. Yeah. I mean, that's right at your point. You can see that. That makes a lot of sense.
And those homes that I saw in the U.S. would easily go. I'm in Texas, okay?
Yeah.
So easily go well over $1 million, 1.5. And that's
Exactly.
Texas. We ain't talking about California.
Yeah.
Because even the housing market in Texas then went up.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because all that what I saw today, y'all, it's like for $500,000 you would not get 6,000 square foot house. 6,000 square foot. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's all about mansion size. You get what I'm saying? And the power cost is like half of the cost basically of what we would pay in a 2-story home in Texas. So it's like y'all just need to come on out here, man. Like I keep telling y'all. But see, this is the thing. You don't have to come. But them folks, they coming. Listen, when I got off the plane, them folks is coming heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all come over here, then y'all like, why these people here? Because you're not coming here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You make a complaint about the airline tickets. You make a complaint about this, but you got the Birkin bags, you got the Jordans, you got the
lace fronts.
Yeah, the lace fronts. You got all that
full
stuff.
set.
Yeah. You go in your closet, you literally have business class tickets in your closet. Look at all the clothes and shoes you got.
Yeah.
When they talk about travel, or you say statements like, I'm pretty sure some of y'all done heard it. Man, you lucky. There's nothing to do with no luck. It's really like planning. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm apply my funds to doing this. It's just that simple. It's nothing about no luck.
No, you make a choice.
Just do it.
Yep.
Yeah, you make a choice, and all the people that we brought, they have just made a choice to be here, and they were inquisitive. So we set a scenario where if you are that inquisitive and you want to come here, we made sure that it works out for you, and then you can make a choice. Ashley came, then you left, and then you was motivated to figure out how this can work for you.
Yeah.
And then you came.
And then I came 4 times before I actually made the decision to. Well, I made the decision on the first time, but it took me 4 visits to really get familiar with what life could look like in South Africa, because South Africa is a massive country.
It is.
And so you've got just the beautiful provinces of, Gauteng, Johannesburg, KZN, Durban. Is it
Eastern Cape, Western Cape, Northern Cape, and those capes are provinces, like states in the U.S.
Yes, and so, I felt something when I first arrived into Johannesburg, but I wanted to explore more, and I love the fact that you talk about being a tourist, because when you're a tourist, you get to experience the best of it, and when you're moving, that may not be how you want to plan, and so when you see what you can have, it's also an opportunity for you to have a vision of what your life could look like in Johannesburg or Durban or Cape Town or any of the other...
Port Elizabeth or Nelspruit or there's East London. There's too many locations.
Yeah, and so
here.
Those multiple visits really just... It strengthened my confidence to say, okay, I can do this. I can build community here. I can, even build a business here, and I can just have a lifestyle that I deserve. Abundance is our birthright, and we get to really see that in a different way and experience that in a different way here on the continent that is just unlike any other place in the world.
Enough said. I like that. Well, Phil, you came back. You left. You escaped South Africa. You made it back to Texas. You touched down. I'm back in Texas. But then you freely just came back. What made you decide? Because the reason you came back, obviously some of it because of opportunity.
Of course, always
opportunity.
Opportunity.
So you saw that when you first came through, even as a tourist.
Yeah.
Even as a tourist, you
I saw
it.
that, man, like about the second or third day.
Exactly.
And I just got to kind of see the landscape of Johannesburg. I say, oh yeah, this place right here.
It's ready.
I say I like it here because I always tell people, and I'll say it again, they should come to Black Americans should come to Johannesburg first. You can go to Nigeria and do all that if you want to, but I think you should come here first because it's not as much of a culture shock. Some people don't do well with culture shock.
Yeah.
Trust me, I didn't do well with it the first time when I went to Ethiopia. I went up there to the Mekelle in the Tigray region, and I had an anxiety attack because of that. Because they wasn't moving at the speed I'm used to. They wasn't doing certain things I'm used to. But here, it's not. Of course, this is not America.
Sure.
But still, it's what you're used to. You still can use your credit cards like you used to.
Yep.
You still can make certain moves. They got certain restaurants that you're used to. Because I know that's something. Unfortunately, we want familiarity a lot of times.
Yeah.
But I, told my wife, and I said, look, I want to take y'all to Johannesburg. I said, but I told her also, because, she's a business owner as well. I said, I really think you could open up a division of what you're doing in Johannesburg. And then based off of what I saw earlier, it needs that here. It needs that skill here.
Absolutely.
And like I said, the kids enjoying it. So, definitely, I definitely will be back. Johannesburg, I got some business mindset on this place. So, yeah.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. So, and I'm asking this question to ask another question. So African Americans and those in the diaspora can definitely make an impact on this South Africa that you found to make it a better South Africa at some point. Would you agree or would you disagree?
Well, I agree. I think it's some. I always tell people this: if you really want to help out in the continent, create a business, hire the locals, pay them decent. If you just do that, I think you can contribute enough, because at the end of the day, people need to eat.
Yeah.
People need to pay the lights. People need to pay the, whatever how they do it here. Either I know the bond,
or education,
or education, school fees, or something like that. So people need to put some money in their back pocket.
Okay.
I think that's the best way to come in and help. People love you for that. Nah, I say just don't come in here getting involved with their politics. Let them do their own politics, please. I say, but outside of that, I think that's the best way to be. And I tell that to any African country. Create a business, hire the locals.
So we do have a role here.
Yeah.
We do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you got to come and find it.
Of course. That's life. You always got to find your place in life.
Exactly.
Whatever that may be.
Yeah.
So for sure. The diaspora should come back.
Yeah.
Because all them skills that's in the diaspora that they don't appreciate, the Western world does not appreciate nothing black folks do. Nothing. It don't matter how smart you are. It don't matter. You go get a college degree and you got $100,000 to $200,000 in debt. Depends on how high you go. At least you come here, you'll be appreciated for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You won't be sitting up here with a master's degree training some white person to come in and take your job in 6 months. They don't have no education. Yeah. I know good well it won't be happening here. So well, I think we need to take the jewels of what we have out of the Western world and bring it where it belongs. It belongs on the African continent. Some people may not agree with that, and that's fine. But I always said this: I'm not gonna spend my whole life fighting with them people. Yeah, I'm not. No.
Yeah, because you don't have to fight here.
No. That is that. I think that's too many people have fought and died, and hardly nothing has changed. Yeah. Martin Luther King fought and died. Has America really changed? Malcolm X lost his life in the Audubon Ballroom. What has really changed? Okay, maybe you can live around them. Maybe you can date them and marry them. You can do whatever. But what has really changed? Nothing. You own anything? You don't own nothing. You control nothing. Yeah. You're shot in the back 15 times. They put knees on your neck. Yeah. Your children are treated horribly in school. You're incarcerated more than anybody else, even though you're less in population than the majority. Yeah. Right? I mean, what more do I need to say? The maternity rate for black women is so high. The infant, it's just horrible. It's horrible. Our health is horrible. Everything is horrible in the Western world statistically. So what is the point? And people argue, well, we built this country. Yes, we did. But we own nothing. We control nothing. So what's the point? That'd be like me arguing all day that I built a house out here, but somebody else took it over. And all day, I built the house, but they own it and control it. Not
living
you.
In it. Yeah.
So it's just like I tell people, do you. But for those of you who get it, those of you who say that, look, I don't want to be fighting with these people all my life. I don't want to be dealing with them. Then you do have an option. Get your passport. You have an option.
You have so many options. And I advocate for entrepreneurship. So the way that you are going to find a level of security in your life is when you are in control of your income. And so you really can't do that working for someone else. But what you can do when you work for yourself is to create jobs and create opportunities for other people around you. And then there's just a level of peace that you have. Yes, you have to work hard, but you're working hard for, the man anyway. I think that there is a gateway, especially now with remote work, for people that are really highly skilled, that are working in technical roles, to be able to work from anywhere in the world. So that is an avenue. And a lot of people that I work with do tend to work remotely, but they're coming to spend 3 months at a time to figure out what type of business would work for them. And, a lot of people talk about they're not entrepreneurial, they're not creative, they don't know how to start a business. That's a lot of that is conditioning, because us as a people, we are naturally creative, we are problem solvers. And so when we can be in an environment where we're actually allowed to just be ourselves and self-actualize and feel safe, because that's the bottom need. You know, our bare need is to feel safe. And if we ask any one of you all, like, do you feel safe in your home country of America? You know, the majority of y'all are going to say no. And the ones who are saying yes, probably because you have like a dozen firearms, you know, in your car, in your home, and you have to.
That don't keep you safe.
I get it.
You could be eating at a restaurant and some idiot coming there with an AR-15 and out the place.
And so the fact that you don't feel safe, there's a direct correlation to your brain being able to solve problems, to be able to be creative, to be at peace, to be in a place of rest where you can come up with additional ideas. So, you know, the opportunity of entrepreneurship and critical skills is huge here. You know, the fact that we have built countries, right? Because it's not just America. We built countries all over this world. A lot of these skill sets are needed here in South Africa, and they are creating a pathway for us to come here, contribute our skills, create businesses, contribute to the economy, create jobs. And, you know, it's a brilliant feeling to have options.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, it's funny that you say that, because sometimes for me, you know, I'm sitting here in South Africa, you know, I see all the business opportunities. I see so many things because I'm here every day, just like you're here every day now. And you probably see more than you've ever seen. As the years go on, you're going to see even more. Most South Africans that I know are entrepreneurial just simply because. But then I always sit back and say to myself, you know what, let's ramp up this business. Let's do what we got to do. Because if I sit here and say, hey, come here and set up a business, people will stop at set up a business because they don't know how. And I get all of that. But a lot of people, such as yourselves, came here for the very first time, and now you're thinking, well, hell, I can do something here. So just getting people to come here for the very first time, just saying, get the passport.
Get your passport.
Get your little ticket, little plan set up, do your little whatever, however you want to do it. And then, you know, for us, contact us. We get you here properly, make sure everything is sorted where you have no issues, and then you can come and have your own story, just like these two here. You can have your own story. And many other people that are here now who I mean, we had some people at the house the other day. You came through. People saw that little short clip. You saw it, I think.
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah. And, you know, some of these people came here, and they didn't come here sight unseen. They literally came here, and then they saw it, and then they did what they had to resolve their issues in the States, and now they're building homes. They live here. They're renovating homes. They're doing the most. So these opportunities are here for us. So the only thing I can say is, the best thing I can say is, you just need to get here to sunny South Africa. That's the best thing that I can say.
Yep. Make a plan and get to it. You know, I think I saw some flights in November for like $9.50.
Yeah.
In November, that's a great time to come to South Africa.
Oh, yeah, it's nice and warm.
You know, so the real South Africa, they do not disappoint. You will have an experience that is 5-star. Everything is handled as soon as you touch down to OR Tambo. You call it the gates of return. The door of return.
Yeah.
And you will not be disappointed. And in fact, it will be the head start to the life that you didn't know you could have, but you deserve.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Somebody told me just the other day, I forgot who it was. You know, you called it OR Tambo, Oliver Reginald Tambo Airport. He used to be the president. No, is it yeah. And the funny part about it was, he said that used to be called Jan Smuts Airport, which is one of the Afrikaners. And he said it's a nice airport. He said it used to be dusty and dirty outside and whatnot. So, but we're building a lot of things, and so we're building that port for you to be able to come back to South Africa. I mean, you just went through it just the other day. It's pretty nice sliding through there.
Oh yeah. It's a decent airport. You know, like I said. It's definitely a decent experience for me, and we got our bags like we were supposed to. Everything was good. You know, like I said, some you've seen the other airports, but that one is nice. That definitely.
It's real nice.
Cool. All right.
So the only thing I would say is, if you are interested, go to therealsouthafrica.com, book you a trip. You can pay payments.
Yeah.
'Cause I know how a lot of y'all are. So you can pay payments. That price. Listen, sometimes you can't do the $2,000 tour because you're gonna get the equivalent of Motel 6, and then you're gonna be mad. Okay.
Yeah.
So once you travel, pay the price. It's good. Trust me. I'm telling you, it's good. I vouch for them. Okay. I would not be on this video if I didn't vouch.
Yep. Cool. All right, everybody. We appreciate you guys listening to the video. Make sure you go to her channel, Ashley.
In Africa.
In
with the
Africa.
K. Yep.
With the K. And subscribe to her channel. And then, of course, you can always go to Phil's channel, African Diaspora News Channel.
Yes.
And you have a lot of channels now.
I have a lot of channels. Like I said, if you're on YouTube, you can just go to the channel section. And we do different things on different channels.
Yeah.
So I wear a lot of different hats.
Yeah.
Find the one that you like. Or a couple that you like.
Yeah. And of course, obviously, you can subscribe to ours. So we will see you later here in sunny South Africa. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed those interviews and those conversations that we had with Phil Scott. And of course, we had a great conversation with Ashley as well. It was absolutely informative. And of course, I had a little bit to say as well. But yeah, we have a lot of tourists that come here to South Africa. They come from all around the world. They come to visit because they hear about all the great and wonderful things. And it doesn't seem like they have any fear about coming because they come in busloads just like this all the time. And so it would only make sense that the people that are from, or at least have descendants from Africa, would come and visit Africa like the people that are coming here now. So we just wanted to bring this to you because we just happened to be standing there, and then all of a sudden you saw a whole bunch of people getting off a bus as tourists coming to check out Africa to see what's available and so forth. So it would be great to have a lot of us from the diaspora come and check it out ourselves. So maybe we can use this as an example of what we should be doing, because this is how other people see South Africa.
Come and visit beautiful Cape Town. Be a tourist in the City of Gold, Johannesburg. Enjoy the warm water of the Indian Ocean in Durban. Interact with wildlife on a private game reserve. Luxury 5-star hotels. And of course, world-class spas. Contact The Real South Africa today for your African adventure.
On our website and Amazon Prime. All right, everyone, The Real South Africa, we got packages to Cape Town, Johannesburg, Durban, and other places. We would love for you guys to come and enjoy what South Africa has to offer. And of course, as your travel and tourism experts here in South Africa, we can make it all come true. Now, we all know you guys have dreams and aspirations of coming to Africa. A lot of us do, and of course we did too, and that's why we're based here in Johannesburg, the City of Gold. A very awesome place, and you're going to enjoy it once you get here as well. What do you get when you get here? Well, first of all, when you land here in South Africa, we take care of everything. We make sure your accommodations are good. We make sure your airport pickups are perfect. There'll be somebody standing there with a sign. We also make sure that the places that you're going to visit are carefully curated for you, of course, and then you got to eat. So what do? We put you in a perfect scenario, regardless of what city you're in, so you can actually have a great meal with friends and family, or even if you come by yourself, no problem, we're going to take care of that too. But isn't this amazing? So this is what we can do for you. So basically, all you have to do is just reach out to us on our website, therealsouthafrica.com. And of course, once you get here, we got you. Now, of course, South Africa offers spa treatments. They're absolutely amazing. And a lot of people just love it simply because they never thought they can get a spa treatment in Africa. And then of course, we always provide you guys with opportunities to see special animals out in their own environment and so forth. The only thing that you have to do at that point, after you've been afraid from the animals, is to get on a plane, come here to South Africa, and enjoy yourself. So we will see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa. Oh, and by the way, you'll get an opportunity to shop as well. So book your trip today.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.